I'm trying to get it together. Good morning. Sorry, a little something here in the studio. Just
literally cracking yourself up.
Huh?
Someone else.
No, we can't. Whoa, that was pretty good. Okay, I'm your host, BKP. That's the way we're starting Tuesday morning here. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's tell them how they can contact the show, 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com and at Fetcher News at FYNTV. And if you're viewing this morning and you did call me, I promise I'm going to be returning phone calls after the show. My sincere apology for not getting some phone calls yesterday afternoon. But you can follow us on Twitter at Fetcher News at FYNTV. Also our Instagram, Facebook, and Team FYN Sports. Find us also Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Team FYN Sports. Okay, let's get Tuesday on a roll. You know, Amanda, before I get started, okay, I'm cruising all the social media sites, not social media sites, several of those and websites and things like that. But now, what is it when, you could do those filters on Snapchat, okay, and you're no longer ugly? What is that? I mean, I didn't mean it. Was that wrong?
No,
was that wrong?
It's called amazing.
Amazing. Okay,
yes.
So you go from just saying to amazing.
Advanced technology.
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, with the amazing. Sorry, I should have never used that. May have been hate speech. We are going to have to monitor. Write that down. You got a list? I told you, get a piece of paper, put ugly down. We want to be careful. We don't want to get Alex Jones'd. Okay, so anyhow, what is that called? Amazing?
Yes, advanced technology.
Okay, do you know people are taking that into plastic surgeons, cosmetologists? What are those people that do all that? What are they called?
Plastic surgeons.
Yeah, okay, but I didn't know if they had like 4 or 5 other fancy names. But they're taking them in there, right? And they're wanting them to replicate that Snapchat picture.
Oh, wow.
I'm serious. Look it up, folks. I didn't make that up. I'm serious.
With the cat ears and everything?
Well, I don't know about cat ears, but I don't know about cat. I know you didn't say cat ears.
Little cat nose?
No, yeah. I like my little cat nose. Could you? I am serious. That's a true story. Okay, and then after that, we're going to get into it a little later. Now, we're going to talk politics. We're going to talk politics. We're going to talk Iran sanctions, back on Iran. We might even throw a little North Korea in there, but we're gonna get into everything. Now, the second thing is I'm not going to read it now, but this she over at UNG. This person's a student. I can't remember if it's a woman that wants to be a man that wants to be a woman. Don't understand any of that. Okay, so this she over here at UNG is suing the state because she's an employee, or he's an employee of UNG, University of Georgia over here. She's a real bulldog. She's wanting to go from a bulldog to, I don't know, I should leave that alone, right? Spayed and neutered. Okay, anyhow, I know I didn't say that. I know it's only 8:04. I promise I'm trying to reel it in. So this bulldog let me tell you how the story goes. This bulldog over at UNG wants to get spayed and neutered at the cost of the taxpayers, okay? And we said no. We said no, we're not going to cover your operation to, change your sex. And so they're suing the state. So that's one. Now, Alex Jones, we're going to get to it in a minute. But I think I could be taken off the air in one sentence. I could say Operation Mockingbird, InfoWars Alex Jones, and QAnon. And I could be taken off the air. I mean, I am not surprised. Are you next? I will get into my opinion of Alex Jones and my opinion of what happened yesterday with Apple, Spotify, okay? Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook. I'm going to get into that later in the show. So we're going to talk about that. What's your opinion of what happened yesterday where Alex Jones, if you don't listen to him, you don't watch his show, but you're concerned about the First Amendment, whatever. 706-889-9700. We're going to get into that a little bit because that's important right here on this show for a couple different reasons. I'm going to talk about after my first break here, I'm going to talk about Election Day. Now, you know me out there. I love to study two things. I love to study the media. I love to study the media, and I love to study, politics. Now, today is the Ohio 12th election. Now, this is so ironic, if it's the right word to use. We are on one channel. They go from top of the hour, bottom of the hour, top of the hour, and they just keep flipping over, like they're flipping over these storylines that they want you to believe today, okay? But one storyline is Russian collusion, corruption, Russian collusion, obstructing justice, Russians trying to manipulate the outcome of our election. Russians trying to manipulate the outcome of our election. Folks, have you watched our media? Have you watched anything? Now, I do not say, I'm not asking you to get up in the morning and watch Morning Joe and Minka and Little Willie Won't Go Home and The Barnacle and Eugene Robinson and Casey Hunt, all the when they get all the whack jobs out there, Casey DC or whatever her name is, CNN, Don Lemon, the works. I'm not asking you to get up in the morning and do all that. But if you have ever wanted to see an actual collusion with an attempt to manipulate an election, it's our media. Can you say Operation Mockingbird? It's our media, okay? We do more internally than we have found evidence of Russia meddling in our election. Whether that angers you or not, I did not say Russia did not attempt to meddle. I did not say that Russia's not doing what they call pinging these servers all over, trying to get in state election websites. I'm not saying that that has not happened, okay? I mean, they can ping your account, you know, 1 million times in an hour to try to find the hole to get in, all right? I'm not saying Russia did not do that. I'm not saying Russia did not buy the big $80,000 of ads on Facebook that they say flipped Wisconsin, okay? All right, I've always said, and I'm going to say it here, and I said it in the past, if you really thought that the Russian collusion, okay, attempt at this whole witch hunt, and then finding out that Facebook, you know, what Facebook has gone through and been exposed, and how our Congress, to help us, protect us, is working with social media and the internet to protect us from false, fake stories. Anyone that believes that has not all been set up to take certain speech down, okay? Certain speech down. All right? Now, let me say this, and I'm going to move on because we're going to talk about Alex Jones in a minute. We're going to get back to the elections. Rush Limbaugh celebrated 30 years on the air the other day. But remember, Rush Limbaugh is still doing the old-fashioned AM transmitter. All right? He's on so many. He turned AM radio around, okay, years ago, and he is transmitting across hundreds of AM stations across the country today, which is picked up by like UTune radio or whatever it is, or iTunes radio, or picked up by internet, okay, because the stations have an internet feed. But not because Rush Limbaugh has an internet feed. Remember that. Rush Limbaugh himself has not gone to an internet feed or a satellite feed. He still goes to AM stations. So you can go on, if you don't get Rush at 12 o'clock, you can go on Rush And at 12 o'clock, and you can go on, is it iTunes Radio or whatever, one of these apps that stations put their, it's just like Apple podcast, but stations put their stream on this, and you can pick it up. I mean, I've listened to Rush on stations in West Virginia, stations in Texas. You can pick stations all across the United States and listen, but himself, he is not streaming his product. So they could shut down the Texas station. They could shut down the stream on this one and that one. But still yet, that's one of the reasons. So don't think like they are okay with Rush Limbaugh or trying to figure out how to shut his voice down at 12 o'clock every day. But that being said, let's get to the collusion of the election. This morning, all right, first of all, November, the blue wave, how do we get there, and how can the media best manipulate everything to make it look like there will be a blue wave? They work on it daily. They work on it every single day of how they can figure out to make you not want to vote for a Republican. That's simple. Let's say it again. They do everything they can, okay? They do everything they can, the media, all right, Operation Mockingbird. They do everything they can to make you not want to vote for a Republican, okay? So you, whoever you may be, they create an issue for you. Okay, they create Charlottesville for you, racism. They create the border ripping these children from their mothers for the suburban housewives out there in the outskirts of the city that usually vote Republican. You. They create the tariffs blowing up for you. They find you, okay, let's go, what do they call it, algorithms, okay, they find you. All right? They find you and they create news stories around you that would make you think twice about voting for a Republican, whoever you may be. That's it. If you're educated, white male, they have something for you. If you are educated, white, female, mother, they have something for you, no matter who you are. So that being said, they work on it on a daily basis. Now, today is the Ohio 12th. Now, what they want you to believe is in the Ohio 12th district, which has been Republican for a century, which Donald Trump won the Ohio 12th by double digits, that Trump coming in there somehow is going to mess things up for the Democrat, okay? Now, here's the thing. Donald Trump goes in, he's going to mess things up, not for the Democrat, I'm sorry, for the Republican, and he's going to make things better for the Democrat, what I meant to say. John Kasich, you wonder how long the media can hang their hat on John Kasich, all right? Now, John Kasich ran for president of the United States in the primary. John Kasich could not even win. This is Ohio. He could not even win his state as governor in Ohio. John Kasich is Ohio's, Georgia's Nathan Deal. Now, they lead you to believe, I'm not going to get on a tangent, but they lead you to believe or want you to believe that Nathan Deal is so popular in Georgia. Republican governor is just so popular. Well, flip it over. Ohio, they wanted you to believe that John Kasich is just so popular in Ohio. One, he lost the primary. He could not even win his home state in the primary. Second, after he dropped out of the primary, he did everything, anything, whatever he could do, okay, to try to cause Trump to lose Ohio in the general election against Hillary Clinton. Did everything he could. Trump won. The Cleveland is where the Republican convention was held, okay? Kasich did everything to be negative about the Republican convention, all right, in Ohio, in his home state. So anyhow, they want you to believe that this special election, all right, Special elections are different. Turnout is different. Okay, interest is different. Now in Ohio, I think they're still waiting for Labor Day to go back to school. I think they may still be out on some vacation. It is summer. They may be up at Cedar Point today. Today's election day. They may be up at Cedar Point. They may be out on the lake or whatever it may be. But it's a special election. They're different. But they want you to believe that this election leaves 80 more seats. If this guy, and we'll get into it, I'm going to take a break because I want to get into it, all right? If this guy, the Democrat, and we got his picture, could win, there's 80 more seats like that, okay? What race is going on today, to me, has more implication, more interest, and should scare the hell out of Democrats. The Republican primary race for Senate in Michigan. That's right. Republican primary race for Senate in Michigan today. No matter what happens in Ohio 12 today, don't get nervous. And you want to talk about collusion, and you want to talk about trying to manipulate elections, and you want to talk about trying to bring down the pillars of democracy, just watch the media on election day and see what they try to do, of how they're trying to destroy the 12th district. Now, we'll get into that. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back, and we're going to break that down because we have a lot to do today. Now, first of all, yesterday, let me tell you this little story. So I'm going up, just anywhere you want to put the pictures in, okay? Not yet. I'll give you pictures, okay? So I'm going up 515 yesterday. I'm just driving along. I'm doing 55 mile an hour. I'm in the city of Blue Ridge. Oh, hell. Is this called a confession? I could get in. I mean, maybe I shouldn't do this on tape. I'm going to tell a story anyway. So I'm going up 515, headed towards Blue Ridge, and I'm in a right-hand lane. It's 55 mile an hour, so I'm doing 54. You know, I don't take no chance up there. God almighty. But anyway, no, I'm doing 57, all right? So I'm driving, I'm, 10 and 2. And all of a sudden I see, could you put a picture, just any pictures? So all of a sudden I see this dually truck. All right, hold on to that one a minute. So I see this white Ford 350 dually, now I can't identify, coming down the southbound side. It looked like it was 65 mile an hour, so he's moving a little fast, but he's not, he's not 90 or whatever. So I guess he's gaining speed or whatever. Next thing I know, whoom, right by me, lights are flashing, sirens for fanning deputies. So he's going to get pulled over. Next one is another one. Then Georgia State Patrol. Then another Georgia. By now there's 4 cars. So I look in both mirrors, left and right. I look in the rear view. I look in front of me. I got a clear shot. I do a U-turn right in the middle of 515. Put the cuffs on me now, baby. So I do a U-turn, right? Boom. And I'm headed south. And I'm exceeding the speed limit. I shouldn't be saying this, should I, Amanda? Could they actually come and write a ticket to me now? I don't know, but I'm going to say it anyway. So I'm exceeding the speed limit. I'm on a roll. I'm like, what the heck? Something's happening here. I got to check this out. I'm an inquiring mind. So I'm flying down 515. Won't tell you how fast. Just got a 9 and an O somewhere in his odometer there, speedometer, whatever. So anyhow, so I'm flying down. Next thing I know, whoo, here comes another one right by me. I mean, like I'm sitting still. Boom, here comes another one. Now about this time, you can put stay there. About this time, there's at least 8 of them that are flying down there. So I'm thinking, this dually truck must have stolen donuts in the back or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it must be some precious cargo because something's going on here. I mean, and then they cross the Gilmer County line. And they're now Gilmer's in, and they've got deputies flying. Holy mackerel. So we're about 3 miles in, and they cut down by Cherry Log, and they go around there, and I saw the zig and the zag, and I'm like, I got to keep up with this. So I hit the accelerator a little bit. I said, I got to find out where the zig. So they zig, they zag, and they come back up to 515 and put the state. This is the truck, right? Put the state trooper's car Okay, yeah, there's the car. He's mangled up. But the state trooper does this pit maneuver, right? Is that what it's called? It's a pit maneuver. He spins the truck. Next thing I know, he's down in there, and he's down in there, and I'm like, whoa, wow. So I pull over, and I got my camera out and everything, and I go up there, and who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Can we help you? Who are you? Yeah, I want to check it out. So anyhow, put another picture up. So anyhow, this high-speed chase. So now they're checking. I love law enforcement. Please, let's have fun, all right? So they're checking the back. Somebody's yelling down over the hill, hey, was there donuts in the back of that truck? Anyhow, no. But they have law enforcement. I love the men and women. Now, come on. Don't relax. We're having fun. So here's the guy. That's him. He's face plant down. Now, the Fannin County deputy went in. He went in, spun out. He goes in. It was pretty neat. So this guy's, he's at a face plant down. He's got the cuffs on him. Go to another one. And go to another one. And here's the lady that's in the truck. All right. So I think that's Paula. Deputy Paula Bozen. I'm going to take a shot at Deputy Paula Bozen. I don't know. I hope I got it right. Great deputy, great officer there. And she's got the cuffs on her and putting her in the car. And this is the guy that was driving the 350 Ford at 100 mile an hour dually. They got spun out. That's him. They're putting him in the car. Now the thing is the car is stolen. The truck is stolen. All right. They're going to be sending me some more information this morning. And supposedly on both of these, they were running because the truck had Tennessee tag, both white male, white female, probably Donald Trump supporters, probably very uneducated Donald Trump supporters. Well, I'm trying to do my, this is, if this was MSNBC or CNN, you have to add that in, right, Amanda? So, but supposedly they have warrants against them and other warrants, and they took them. Nobody got hurt. No pedestrians, no citizens. No one was harmed in the high-speed chase. So that was interesting. Now, I went up to one officer and I said, wow, that's the first time I have ever been driving that fast. And you guys, see, the last one that went by me, Amanda, I thought they were pulling me over. Really, the last one was sirens that came up behind me. I was like, I think what they did is they decided they have enough down there, and this guy, so I got in the right lane, like, oh man, I'm looking for the driver's license, you know what I mean, everything. Woo, right by me. All right, that's enough. We're going to talk about elections. Okay, we're going to talk about elections. Alex Jones, Ohio 12th, Michigan. Hey, sanctions are back on Iran. Put the chokehold on them, baby. What say you? I don't know. 706-889-9700. Take us a break.